And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Three down. Ready?
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Gallman will run it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Run! 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 Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Gone! Now let's go! 319! 319!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Throwing again. Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at that. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
250.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And an alley to run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Bridgewater on 1st down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
First down, Bridgewater. Going deep here for Parker. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to air one out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
3 down. 20.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
20. Right 52. Go Delta.
On second down, Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. What's tight? Tight end's right. Go Delta. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the 1st round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out.
Players of past and present will be on hand for a picture and autograph signing.
Four down. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Allen going to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Barney.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He gets it to Thomas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A.J. Green, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Yeah! Way to go! That's what I'm talking about.
Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Tight end right.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Hey, we got 3 down.
20. From the gun, Bridgewater. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills getting set to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
319! 319!
They start on the ground with Gallman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he fires one incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete.
Here we go now. 319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And strong running there. Gets this up over the 15-yard line. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
4 down, 20.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
20.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, I'm working on it for a little bit. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
You got three down. Ready.
Bridgewater to throw it. And it's caught by Parker. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Got three. Three down.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go Delta. 20. Go Delta. SOS.
To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Get wide now. Hey, Mike 52. Go Delta. All day, punt. Mike 52. Hey, check.
Bridgewater. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Will Lutz on for the point after. Looks good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And here come the Bills. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Hauschka now for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Delta. Set. Back 20. Where's 50?
The second down throw for Bridgewater. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To throw is Bridgewater. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first.
319.
On 1st down, Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
3 down. Get wide now. Hey, alert 3.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
3 down. Hey. 250. 51's a mic.
Throwing, Bridgewater. He's going to let one go deep for... This is caught inside the 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Bridgewater now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
You figure down in the red zone, the play call that's going to come in, find the guy that's most susceptible, the guy that you think that you can beat. In this case, they tried to pick on the rookie, and he was actually up to the challenge.
Yes, he was. Solid job knocking that away. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Bridgewater now. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Go Delta. Set. 20. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
Here's Bridgewater. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bills are going to get the football back. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch left. 22. Here we go now. 319. 319. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll run again here with Gallman. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Hot. Check. 93's the mic. 93.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Bills on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Set! 319! 319! Check 93.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Mike's 50, Mike!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And Owen caught it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
We got 3 down, 3 down. Hurry up, here we go. 319! 319! Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy. The red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Bills on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Back 20.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Camara. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Go Delta. Set. 20.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to let this one go deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Go Delta. Back 20.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They're going to look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
20. No, check that. We're going to Mike 52.
Bridgewater on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, 180.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
20. Check 52's the mic. Check 50.
1st down, Bridgewater. Going deep here for Parker. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We got 20.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
250.
Bridgewater again. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Here's Bridgewater. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. La 20. 52's the mic. Watch my.
Second down, Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time. Third down here. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Bridgewater out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Go Delta.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now Gallman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
This is Gallman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom! Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
3 down.
Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On second down, Bridgewater again. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Go Delta. 20. 5-2.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
Four down. Set. 3-19. 3-19. Here we go. Hot.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
And they will take a knee here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bills, they finish off the season with a victory, which is the good news. The bad news is added to wrap up a dreadful 4-12 campaign. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.
You